Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of Learning with Junaid. Today we are going to be talking about an interesting data structure that is linked list. So what's a linked list? Linked list is a linear data structure where you have nodes and each node is actually represented with a data and a reference to the next node. So let's see how it goes. So this is one node, this is the second node, this is the third node, this is the fourth node, and each node has some data. In our case, let's see character data. But during an interview in Google, Facebook or Amazon, linked list is one of the most frequently asked questions. So I think it would really help if people can get familiar with this data structure. So anyways, so we have these four nodes. We have to see how each of these nodes is represented. So each node has data. So in our case, this is how we will represent a node. Character, that is nothing but this is the character, and then each node will also have a reference to the next node. This is the next node. So let's go ahead and write a test case for this. So how do you create or initialize one of the nodes? So you say links list node A is equal to new list node, then add a character. So this creates me this node. Similarly, I'm going to create four more. This would be B, this would be C, this would be D. This would have B, this would have C, this would have D. So now I just created four list nodes, four nodes. Now that's the first part of it. So the next part is how do you actually create a relationship between one node to another. As I said before, each of these nodes will have a reference to the next node. So that's how linked lists are supposed to be represented. Let's go and let's see this. Let's go and let's see this. How do you do that? So from list A dot next node, make list B as your next node. That will add this link. Similarly, you have list B dot next node equal to node C. It would have from B to C. It will add from B next node add to this node. For the sake of testing, I'm going to leave this alone so that you see. So this is how you've represented a list node. Now the first operation is how do you iterate through this list node. So let's see. While my so you have to understand one thing. Anytime you have an interview questions on linked list, there will always be a reference to the head list, that is the top of the list. You need to ask them. So in our case, the top of the list is what? A. You already know it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top of the list and I'm going to store it into a temporary list called head, and I'm going to say while my head is not equal to null, what do? I'm going to head dot val. So if I just run this program now, I'm going to go into a continuous loop. So because my head is what? A, it's not null, and then it's just going to keep printing out A. I'm going to stop it. So what do we do next is, after I'm done reading A, I need to proceed on to the next one. So how do we do that? I go and say, and I assign it to head. That means once you're done reading this, go to the next node and make the next node as my head. So it comes back here again. Next time it is going to print out B. A, B, C. C is null. C after C has no next value after that. So this is how you represent a linked list in Java. If you want now, you can go ahead and you can also add a link to D. So node C dot next as a reference to node D. So now if you print it out, what is it? A, B, C, D. So you just added one more. So this is how you represent linked list in Java. Very simple. And now in the next part you will see how you can delete, add or search for certain nodes into a linked list. So if you like this video, please go ahead, subscribe or like this, press the like button or just do a subscribe on my channel, so we will have more of this. Until then, next time I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.